Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a series review on Agent Carter. So as you guys know, it's a bit hard for me to do reviews on Tuesday. We have the live show, and then right before I do a flash review, literally rushing to the live show right after. So it's really obviously impossible to do a review for the 9 o'clock shows like Agent Carter and Agent S.H.I.E.L.D. And when iZombie comes, I'll probably only review the premiere and then review that as a series review too. So getting to the point, I was not able to review Agent Carter. I did review the first episode, but I said I'm not going to be reviewing it episode by episode. I think this would just be better to review as a series. So that is what I'm doing today, reviewing Agent Carter. Now I've seen every episode, just saw the finale last night, right after the live show at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's also another reason. Right after the live show, watch the episode that ends up being 2 o'clock in the morning, and I don't want to post reviews that late. So anyways, with this show, it is Peggy Carter being badass, being part of SSR, and you know, them not treating really women that right and with that equality, and you get to see how women are treated at that time, and you see that obviously Peggy could hold herself, but she's keeping this information from the SSR because she doesn't really trust them, or she just believes that they don't give her enough recognition. So she wants to protect Howard Stark. She believes that they wouldn't trust her with saying that Howard Stark is not guilty because they see that he's guilty and want to try to find the pieces of his missing technology. So pretty much the whole entire series is trying to get Howard Stark's name clean again. And by the end of the series, or the season, we don't know if this is going to be a mini-series or not, Peggy's able to get at least some people's respect in the end, save the day. Yes, Howard Stark's name is clean for the most part, and the SSR are back on top in a way. You know, they definitely were destroyed throughout the series, and then they're starting to build themselves up, and Peggy's becoming part of that again, and again, getting more respect in SSR. But at the same time, this is a love letter to Captain America. Peggy dealing with her feelings to Captain America and this grief. By the end, she's able to let go of Captain America. There's this vial of blood that's throughout the whole series that's important, obviously, because it's the only thing that could maybe recreate the Rebirth project again. And to Peggy, this is Steve, and that blood really wasn't for a plot device. It was more of, I need to keep Steve's blood, I need to protect him. I wasn't able to protect him, now I can let him go. So as much as this is Peggy's story, it's her love letter to Steve Rogers. So if you're a big Captain America fan, you love the movies, you get a lot of nudges and a lot of nods to that. So what I think about overall this whole entire story, there is also, I do want to talk about two secondary characters. Jarvis, who becomes a big part. He is Howard Stark's butler. Very fun dynamic between Agent Carter and Jarvis. Also another character that's more of a side character that gets grounds the series is Angie, who you might recognize the actress from Nikita. So she's played a lot more action roles, and now she's playing this in a Marvel show, the less action role, the grounded role. But she's very curious of why Peggy's always out late at night, and she finds out that she works for the SSR, and they end up like living together in Howard Stark's many mansions. So everything ends up okay with that friendship. So what do I think overall about the show? I love Peggy here. You know, I love her character. Hayley Atwell, who plays her, I think does such a great job with her. The action scenes are wonderful for the show, and I thought the supporting characters were pretty good for what they were for this season. My fear is this is only going to be a mini-series, and then I wouldn't be totally satisfied with these secondary characters, like pretty much all the other agents. Chad Michael Murray, like, I feel like he can grow as a character, but is there enough time? We don't know if this is going to be renewed or not, because this was supposed to just be a limited event, but then did the ratings do well enough that we could get a second season, or will they replace it with another Marvel event, which I'm like on the fence. I don't know which one I want. I really really enjoyed the series, but at the same time would like to give another character a chance to shine also. So anyways, getting back to it, I thought that the agents were pretty good, but they were also let down because you weren't really able to use them until the end to really interact with Peggy and be on Peggy's side. But the best parts of the show, action and Peggy herself, her being a very strong female, her letting go of Captain America. I like the feminism in the show. There's obviously a lot of that here because we're seeing the point of view of Peggy in the right after World War II. So it's a very interesting female perspective on things. So that's pretty cool. Angie, it felt like could have been more of a weight of a character here. I really enjoyed her, but again, I feel like to bring more out of her, you need a season 2, and we don't know if we're going to get a season 2. But she was a fun character, but at the same time, did we need her? I don't know. She grounded the show, but at the same time, I don't know if you gave enough screen time, or maybe the reveal happened a bit too late in the series to really give weight to that character. As said, Jarvis was probably my second favorite character of the show. Plot-wise, I want to talk about that. The plot disappointed me a bit because I'm not a huge Captain America fan, so like the last nod that related to, and this was the last scene of the series, the last nod to the Captain America movies, I personally didn't care about as much. So the villain of this series I didn't care for as much as many Captain America fans would. It's very much a Captain America villain in a way, or Captain America-esque villain. So I would say the weight of the villain here was probably the disappointment of Agent Carter. But one thing I really enjoyed was the length of the show. I'm glad it was only 8 episodes. I think it really compacted a good amount of story because of that. If it went over, it may have been too meaty, but here I thought it was a good amount of episodes that really made the story very tight. So overall, Agent Carter had some fun times. The plot wasn't as interesting as I wanted it to be, but the character drove this show totally. So for me, Agent Carter gets 3.75 stars, and I did enjoy it. I hope we get a season 2, but on the other hand, I also want to see other characters showcased also. But I want to see more Haley Atwell as Agent Carter. It's always going to be fun to see her. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of the series. This is Comic Uno. If there's any other show you want me to do series reviews like this, let me know in the comments. So this is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, in the description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.